Good morning, everyone. It's Hanifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. And today is the last clip that I'm going to be doing regarding the evolution of consciousness because we're coming full circle now. So let's review a little bit of what you have learned so far, what I've shared with you so far. So we know that we started off with an innocent state. So that was the infant in innocence. And we moved into the birth of the ego, and we moved into the birth of the achiever, and then we moved into the birth of the giver, and then we moved into the birth of the seeker, and then we moved into the birth of the seer. And remember that in the seer, there was cosmic consciousness in which there was the experience of some miracles. And then moved into divine consciousness, which is a space where there is the creation of miracles. And now we are moving into the reconnection with spirit itself, or the soul. So this is the coming together back to the spiritual space. And in this space, everything is seen as a miracle. So you can imagine that if we are able to look out and see that the same consciousness that is within us is within everything around us, as the seer is seeing. Beyond that is that recognition of it is us. It's the same energy as the soul that is within us is within everything else. And from this space, we're able to actually realize what a miracle everything is. So suddenly we're also aware of, I can breathe, I can smell, I can hear, I can taste. These are all miracles. I can look at this blade of grass that's growing from my lawn right now after a whole winter, which is not reseeded, and yet here it is coming up, and that's a miracle. The fact that I am aware of these details around me too. So I suspect you've gone through this, and I certainly go through this regularly. Sometimes you can look at something in nature, and it could be something like a flower, and think, wow, how are those colors even formed on that flower? How that's such an unusual and unique combination. And how is it that these two different colors are blending so beautifully? And yet I would have never thought of putting those two colors together. Sometimes we can see that on a bird, for example. We'll see so many different colors on the bird. Sometimes we can feel it in the presence of, I know I felt it with my dog, so I'm going to say with our pets, that we will often feel like, I can't even describe how much comfort this gives me, and that's a miracle. And so today I want you to think about, what are the things that make you go, wow, I'm in awe of seeing this, hearing this, touching this, smelling this, tasting this, feeling this. These are all miracles. Sometimes we can look at good things. I suspect that for the human mind, it's much easier to look at good things from a state of consciousness and say, wow, that's a miracle. So I just finished describing flowers or birds or connection with pets, and we can recognize this miracle in this. And yet when things are not going so good, oftentimes we don't see the miracle in this. So today I'm going to make sure that you are thinking about this not so easy time in our lives where we are going through this pandemic and the whole world is being affected. But do you see the miracle that I see, and I think many of us are seeing? The world is healing. Do you see that the airs are cleaner, the waters are cleaner? Don't you believe or know that there were so many of us that thought, this will never be able to be fixed. We've done so much damage to our planet and our environment that we will never be able to fix this. And here, through this really not easy time in our lives with the pandemic, do you see how the earth is healing? That is a miracle. So today, I would encourage you to look around you and discover and connect with the miracles that you see around you or within you. And recognize miracles are happening when we are connecting with those miracles and recognizing that the same energy within that miracle is that which is within me. That in itself is a miracle. And so that's the connection of our systems back with that spiritual side of us, back with our soul, and coming full circle to innocence. Now, innocence at this stage is after all of the previous stages of consciousness, right? innocence at this stage is an innocence that is wise. So even though there was an innocence in the stage of infancy, there's not a wisdom of life experience or awareness or learning or growing that has happened at that stage. So the innocence that is reached or able to be reached in this space of coming back to the connection with spirit is very different. It is influenced by wisdom. And it is such a beautiful place to feel and be aware of. And so today, I would like you to recognize your innocence and your state of wonder at the miracles around you and within you. I wish you a beautiful day ahead, and I want you to remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.